You just I'm gonna need a minute, cause thinking about this movie just makes me. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another movie review. And this time we review the movie Till. Till Till stars Danielle, Deadwyler, uh, Jalyn Hall, Sean Patrick Thomas, Whoopi Goldberg. And this movie is directed by Chinoye. I'll leave the name on the screen, but I can't pronounce the director's name. But and this movie is of course about a real true story true story about this about Emmett Till, the 14-year-old, about this real 14-year-old kid, and take place in the 1950s. And and Danielle Deadwyler plays the mother. This was this took take back in 1950. How it happened, it happened, and we like event the tragedy how it happened to Emmett Till, and oh, like I literally just saw this movie yesterday. I saw a trailer for this movie like this movie is definitely gonna be something I need to see. I need to see this movie because this movie is about what happened to this kid and what happened, how we treated back in the day. Like, and I literally just saw this movie yesterday, and going after seeing the movie, it did something to me. This movie did something to me. Let's let's talk about this. Let's talk about this plot. Like whoever. Let's talk about the performance. The performance. Everybody. This is Let's talk about the plot of this movie. The plot is based off a true story about the Emmett Till. Basically, he loved his mother to death, and he lost his father years ago. And one day he's going out. One day he's going to I think Mississippi, go see his cousins and his relatives, and his mother's worried about him, and basically she's his only child, and and next day he. I'm sorry. I'm trying to not to get emotional by doing this video. I'm trying to think of what to say, and oh, this movie, like like oh my god, like like people what we did been do back in the day was pretty like all the hate pieces and all the hate for black people, particularly black people. Like there was a lot of things that do just make, and like performance wise, this woman they this kid named they played Emmett Till. He was on. He did a good job. Like you could tell you could tell he did a good job playing Emmett Till. Like he tell you could tell he and what the And Whoopi Goldberg, as the grandmother, she did a good job. She was there, and Sean Patrick Thomas, and what the standout in his movie was me was Danielle Deadwyler's character as the mother. Like you can still see his mother's pain about her son and all that, and how she worried about the son, and how you feel her pain like a mother knows, and all that, and and Danielle, I don't know, she's a very new actress, and I've seen her show like Have Nots, and and I don't know anything about her, but this woman she see all kinds of escalate, like what is the Academy Award nomination. This whole movie this whole movie should receive should win an Academy Award. Like it, like she was the Danielle Detwire. She was a standout as playing his mother and all that. And, um, like you could see her playing like when she found out her son was kidnapped, and when Amy goes to the store one day, she tells him one she should be a movie star, and he whistles at her and all that. Like you tell he's just a kid. He don't know. He don't know. He's still learning, but like if your parent if your mother you watch this movie video, you like this video by the interview, you want to grab your kids and hug them tight, cause this movie will make you cry like after seeing this movie. And and next thing you know, you see your father. And also, Frankie Faison in this movie as a father, and he did a good job. And I'm trying to think about what this. I'm because this movie. I don't want to make this movie long, but there's things that I want to say about the movie. But I'm trying to trying to think of. And whenever you found out, like my little is still. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I'm trying not to tear about made this video, and cause I have a mother, and as you know, she's coming from a brain tumor. it comes from a brain tumor, and and I have I have a father like that. And he used to tell me, he used to tell me, and be careful, Chris, be careful, man. Like, Dad, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Like, and all that, and and next thing you know, you find out the son is dead, and you go to go to the train station and they bring the son back, and then they're in the morgue, and you can roll the son. I want to see my son, and oh my God, it's when I first saw the scene, I was you asked me, was I angry, sad, disgusted, and horrified? I would say all of the above. You could see his body, how his face was swollen, his teeth was knocked out. They beating up, the guys beat him up, and then beat him up and strangled him and burned him and threw him in the windows. His body was swelled up. His feet was swollen, and they could show his private part because I ain't want to see his private part. His hands was his whole body was swollen up. His head was gashed. Oh my God! When I first saw it, I was tearing up and crying. I really want to leave the room, just pull up because this scene maybe. I was so mad at the scene that I was really crying. And then the mother said, "I want to open coffee." And man asked him, "Do you want the casting clothes? I want to open because I want the whole world to see what he did to my son. Everybody has to see what he did to my son." And I can. Whoa, this one was strong. Cause I don't know what's wrong. Like everybody wants the whole world to see what he did to my son, and I agree with that because you can see the funeral, like how he was passing by, and oh my God, that body was too graphic for me. It's way too severe. Like what they did to the kid with Emmett Till, his mother called him Bo. That's how what they did to the kid was just despicable. Like if there was a time I would go back and kill these sons of bitches. Like what kind of thinking to myself, what kind of world was that? What were we living in back in the 50s? Like how people treat. Like thinking about how we been through back in the 50s, like how black people treated us, like we're still going to that now, like, and make sure you want, and then she wants basically wants justice back, going to get justice for her son, like who did this to his son and all that. He goes to stay with his uncle's house and like if you're a parent and watch this video, like I understand it. I understand why you overtaking with your kids, like because I feel if you're a parent, like especially if you have a son, and I feel this mother's pain. I can feel this mother's pain, like, and those are only son too, like maybe grateful, like I'm like how black people do go in like back how, and this came back in 1990. This was back in 1955, right? When my dad was about 2 or 3 years old, and also my uncle, his brother was the same age as Emmett Till was when he died. So, and that's to tell you something, like how us people been through. Like I think people need to see this movie, like, and my sister was doing half sister was doing a report about this story, like Emmett Till's story. Like one kid while I was in elementary school, like they did a project on him. Like they killed him for Wilson. Like and like who was that? When I first saw his name up called Emmett Till, like that's a kid that got like killed. Like oh my god, what happened to this? Like what happened to this kid shouldn't happen to anybody. Anybody, a kid like. And this white bitch, wait, how she lied in the corner like so he tried to rape him. Like what? He just a kid. He wasn't. Like he didn't do anything wrong. All he did was give you a comment. Like he wasn't trying to saying like getting in trouble with you. Like all I have to say is I'm grateful. Like like the pacing was good. This movie is about 2 hours 21 minutes long, and it's rightfully 2 hours 20 minutes long because you, you need to see. They didn't leave no. Like I don't know who the director is, but I know what's about the director. But she did a good job with this movie. Like she a story about Emmett Till, how his story about what happened to it. How, well, he was the what about he was alive and how he got killed and that scene with his body and she didn't leave no details out in the courtroom scene. Like she should all right. She should receive an Academy Award for just directing this movie. Whoopi Goldberg did a good job writing this movie, and the music was good. Everything. There's not one negative thing about this day about the movie. Now, whatever. Now, do I recommend the movie? Hell yes, I recommend this movie because everybody should see the movie. Black, white, everybody should see the movie because like how we went to it and all that. Because I think this movie is important. Like this movie is the second best. This movie is by far the best movie I've seen so far this year. It's not better. Top Gun Maverick is still my number one, but this is definitely my number two. Top Gun best Maverick, best movie. Like Till is definitely gives a thumbs up for me. Cause this movie is emotional. You'll feel, and this movie will also make you angry too. Like. But this movie also will make you angry like how white people treated us back in the day, like Catholic churches. Like there's one scene in this movie like how they treated us back in the day and all that. Oh my god, I want to just infuriating, man. Just like if you haven't seen this movie, just came out yesterday. If you haven't seen the movie, go see this movie. Like I say, you don't see it, go see it. Not see the movie today, but go see it. Definitely check this movie out if you haven't seen it. I give this movie a round of applause. Like I don't want them. I'm not gonna make this movie video long, but like if you had, like if you're a parent, you're watching my video, just go hug your kids and tell them everything's gonna be all right. I'm always here. Like it's sad enough when children had to bury their own parents, but it's really sad when parents had to bury their own children. Like like this movie brought tears in my eyes. Like mother had to bury her own son, like all that, and how those people get that boy, like the kid, like oh my god, you see how he was yelling and. They don't show the scene where he gets beaten up to death, but they show the body like it was just horrendous. It wasn't pretty like at all. Like check this movie out if you haven't seen it. I hard recommend this movie. People should see the movie. Everybody should see this movie. So a scale of 1 out of 10, I'm definitely giving this movie Till and no question a 10 out of 10. Like I said, this movie was terrific, just fantastic. I give this movie 2 thumbs up and a round of applause. Like the performance, everything was pretty good. Everybody did a good job. Danielle, Deadwyler, the kid played the Jalyn kid to play Emmett Till, and Sean Patrick Thomas, Whoopi Goldberg, and she everybody. Just this movie just really great. That's all I gotta say. And that was my review for movie Teal. Movie Teal. Like I said, if you like this movie, give the movie a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on social media. And as always, till we meet again, peace.